inequities, the government can consider vaccinating all those over 45 years of age. So, the program of vaccination is soon starting in a week or so. And while vaccinating everyone, every single citizen of India will be not given the same priority. Uh, and not only in India, in any country, this happens in this way. First, first very young children or newly born babies, and then the old people will be given the first priority. And this because those people, out of all the people, will be having the lowest immune power. The decision to open up about 20,000 private hospitals across India from March 1, in addition to about 10,000 government sites, to vaccinate people older than 60 years and those above 45 years, 45 years with comorbidities, will at once increase the number of vaccination sites. So the Indian government it took a decision to launch 20,000 hospitals across all over India from March 1. And all of these 20,000 hospitals, they will be vaccinating the people who are the people who are more than 60 years old. um, and they will also be vaccinating the people who are more than 45 years old, only if they also have comorbidities, means if they have other diseases which may weaken their immune system further. Roping in the private sector to support the government program of vaccinating about 270 million people belonging to two high-risk priority groups can surely speed up the vaccination coverage. So, the process of vaccination, it's not something that should only be done by the government. Even the private organizations can participate, and if they participate, it's going to be very good, because vaccinating 270 million people is not an easy task, and with the help of private sectors, we could complete it very fast. At 13 million at the end of 6 weeks, at 13 million at the end of 6 weeks, the vaccination program began only a little over. The vaccination program began only a little over a third of the healthcare and frontline workers have been covered. So the vaccination program, it has started. It has already started, but not for all of the people. Only the frontline workers, such as doctors, nurses, and any other paramedical staff. Those were given the first priority, and most of them are vaccinated. With the average uptake per session only at about 35% beginning the second phase of the program could increase the percentage. Um, out of all the population in India, in the initial go, or the first time when the people were vaccinated, only people who were involved who are involved as paramedical staff, only those people were vaccinated. So out of all the Indian population, the vaccination program which was conducted initially, it accounts only for 35% of the vaccination of 35% of it only accounts for the vaccination of 35% of people all over India. And with the second phase or second go, in which we vaccinate the people who are more than 45 years old or 60 years old, the number will surely increase. Even if COVID platform glitches and a decline in daily active cases are partly responsible for lower uptake, the hesitancy to available vaccines among healthcare workers, who are one of the most informed and also at greater risk of infection, cannot be overlooked. Um, so even if COVID platform, even it glitches. So even if this vaccination process, or the system of vaccination, even if it has some faults in it, if it doesn't go right, then we may have some problems, and because of that there may be a decline in the daily cases. So because of that, the number of people who are taking the vaccine per day, it may decrease. And the hesitancy to have, but this problem should not stop Indian government from vaccinating the people who are healthcare workers. So some of the healthcare workers, they are still not vaccinated. So those should be given the first priority even before the adults or the newborn babies, and they should be vaccinated first. Whether the elderly and those above 45 years with comorbidities will behave striking amount or take a cue from healthcare workers, um, and prefer to wait before queuing up for a vaccine remains to be seen. Um, so whether the elderly, um, here the 45, here the elderly people who are who are older than 45 years, they need to know, they need to know the process of getting vaccinated. They may maybe learn it from the healthcare workers who will be vaccinated before them, or 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 from any other methods. Crucial to increasing vaccine uptake in private hospitals will be the cost of vaccination, especially when it is available for free at government sites. Uh, at the first para in editorial, I said that if the private sector helps the government, the process of vaccination, it could become much faster. But there is one problem. The vaccines provided by the government are free of cost. It charges nothing. But when we come to the case of the private sectors, they charge some money for vaccines. So many people tend to go near governments, rather than the private organizations. So in this way, in this way, the number of people who will be vaccinated per day in India will decrease, and that's not a good sign. At a time when vaccine uptake has been low, even when offered for free, the only way to increase coverage is by making it easy for people desiring to get vaccinated to have one. So, this is a time in which the in which the number of people who are vaccinated per day in India is very low. Even the persons who need to take the vaccine are not taking it, but there are some people who want to take the vaccine. So providing a vaccines to such types of people is actually a very good plan to increase the vaccine coverage. While the intent to quickly protect people with comorbidities above 45 years who are at greater risk of progressing to a severe form of disease or even death is commendable, the insistence on a documentary evidence for vaccination should be reviewed if the uptake remains below desired level. So, if the people who are older than 45 years and have other comorbidities, and have any type of comorbidities or any other diseases which will be reducing their immune system power, it is very crucial, or it is very important that we will that we should vaccinate all the people above the age of 45, because if they are not vaccinated, they can even die. 1 in 3 adults in India has hypertension, but only about half are even aware of it. So 1 in 3 adults. So 1 in 3 adults in India, they have hypertension, but most of them, they don't even know that they have hypertension. So the one person in the 3 persons in the total population of India who has hypertension, he does not even know that he has hypertension. It is 1 in 10. It is 1 in 10 in the case of the. It is 1 in 10 in the case of diabetes. Awareness is about 50%. So when we come to the case of diabetes, every 1 person in 10 citizens of India have diabetes, and it's the same again. Only 50% of them know that they have diabetes, and the rest of the 50% they don't even know that they have diabetes. The trend is the same for a few other diseases that make a person eligible for a vaccine. So, in this trend, or in this manner, every single thing in this case also applies to the people who are getting vaccinated from the corona, against COVID. So. So the problem here is that the people, they may not go near the vaccination centers, thinking that they will not be getting the virus, but the chances are that they are already infected by the virus, but they are just asymptomatic, they don't have any symptoms. um, with just over 21% of the population above 45 As per the 2011 census data, the government can consider vaccinating anyone above that age who comes to the site. So the second go of vaccination program in the Indian government in India is going to be very easy when compared to the first one, because out of the total population, only 25% of the population account for the people who are more older than 45 years. Similarly, insisting on prior registration on the CoWIN platform will further worsen inequities. Vaccinating people who walk in without registration must be allowed. Um, even if the people don't have any registration or any reservation to come in and to get vaccinated, they should not be blocked. They should not be blocked on a door. Instead, they should be allowed in, and they should be given some time to wait, or else they are going to leave the vaccination center and they're never going to get vaccinated. That less than 10% of people have opted for Covaxin nationally is proof that the vaccine uptake is directly related to the availability of the trial data. So, if all of us know about the Covaxin condition, the Covaxin was permitted in India, but for the Indian government, it permitted Covaxin with anecdotal evidence, which means that there was no proper or real evidence that proved the efficacy of the Covaxin. It was good and it can cure some diseases, and it boosts the immune system of a person. But its efficiency against COVID-19 was not mentioned properly, and even the data which was mentioned, that was not based on the proper evidence. So even though the government allowed it, so as all the citizens of India know that only 10% of the entire population of India, they have got Covaxins. Timely resolution by the National Committee of Serious Adverse Events and that's following vaccination and sharing the details will surely inspire public confidence in the vaccines. So the only one thing which we could do right now, or which the Indian government could do right now to increase the vaccine coverage per day, is increasing the confidence in people, and it should really focus on that. And there are several methods of doing it. It could be updating the people of India through news and newspapers, saying about how vaccines have saved the lives of lots of people, and many other methods. Thank you.